Hey guys, here's our video on my opinion why everybody that's homesteading ought to own a welder. I picked this up off of our local sales network, and I brought it probably 8 years ago and haven't got really to use it very much until the last couple months. We finally got it out here at the homestead and got it wired up, and me and the boys have been really enjoying playing with it. I think these things run about 300 bucks a piece, if I'm not mistaken, but I think I ended up paying like 125 bucks for it, and it was brand new, or pretty much brand new. I put those little wheels, the kids had some kind of little cart or something, and I took the axle off and put those little wheels on there, and that makes it roll a ton nicer. But this is our new project, the tractor, the Sedina Belarus look like. But working on this, if I can get the part out of here, we've had to rebuild this gearbox, put 2 new bearings in it, and this piece right here is what engages the hydraulics. It pops this has 4 little ball bearings, and they pop in and out, and when it's in the neutral position, this can just turn free and not turn the pump. But when it's in the engaged position, and it's got a lever that has 2 positions here, one's engaged, one's disengaged. I'm not sure which, I don't remember which one it is, but anyhow, this piece right here had ground off to just a sliver. It had stripped out from riding in this little groove right there. So I took a thin rod, set that thing all the way down on like 40 amps, I guess it is, the lowest setting that we had, and I just started building up. Of course, it was so thin it just burnt the little tip off that was there originally, but I just set it up like this on the ground, holding it up straight, and just built up a little bit of weld there, flipped it upside down, built up a little weld, flipped it upside down, built up a little bit, and kept doing that until I got it. And it was way back into here was where it was ground off to. It was just barely catching, and if I put it back together like that, it never would have worked. But anyhow, I actually was able to make it just a little bit thicker out here on the end, so that's going to have a little more wear surface, but it's turned out pretty stout. And one thing about, I guess, with homesteading, farming, whatever, anybody that's getting into it and new at it, yeah, you could take this part, well, you could buy the new part. I don't know, it'd probably cost you 30-40 bucks to buy that part new, or you could go into town and take it to a machine shop and have somebody to do it that would probably do a more professional job than I would do. But one thing that's nice is time's money, and anywhere we go to town, if we go into town to have somebody work on something or whatever, you got the downtime of running back and forth to town, so you lose 2 hours out of the day doing that. And I don't know about anybody else, but we always end up stopping a few other places and picking up some things that we need, and by the time you know it, your whole day's gone, and it blows a lot of time. And then also, a lot of times a machine shop can't work on your part right away, so you may have to drop it off and wait for a couple days or a week at a time or whatever. But one thing that's nice about having a welder, you can do stuff yourself, which is kind of fun sometimes, being able to do it all yourself. And also, if you do it yourself and you're saving yourself all that time, I saved myself 30-40 bucks over buying a new part here, and probably use $50, or I mean 50 cents worth of welding rod, if that. I think I used one small rod on doing all this welding. But anyhow, you save that, where you can save yourself the trouble of buying a new part. Plus, if you're going to go into town and have it repaired, you're saving all that time as well. So it's really worth it. And I recommend to anybody that's going to do any farming or work at all, buy yourself a good little welder. Wire welders are nice. I've actually got an old little wire welder that we played with for years, and it's on its last leg. Hopefully someday we'll upgrade that one. They kind of take all the work out of welding if you've got a good wire welder. But another thing, my wife bought me this for my birthday, I think, last year. But it was a Harbor Freight special. It's auto darkening welding helmet. It's almost like cheating. You don't even have to flip your helmet up and down like you used to in the old days and start your weld off in the dark, where you're not really, you kind of guessing. Of course, a good welder doesn't have to guess at it, but I'm not a good welder. I've still got a lot to learn with playing and learning. But if you get into welding, buy one of those. Harbor Freight, you get one of the 20% off coupons and find these things on sale, and I think they're 40 or 50 bucks, and you can get them. They're well worth the money. So that's what we're doing today, working on that. I think I've about got my tractor parts all put back together, ready to pop those ball bearings in, and then I'm gonna let the boys reinstall this dude for me, and hopefully we'll be back up and running. But have a good day. Like videos, like our channel, subscribe, tell your friends about us, tell them to subscribe and like videos, all that. Y'all have a good day.